Hello, dear friends. Here we are with another study from the book Peace. In these times of turmoil on the earth, we need as much peace as we can. This book, Peace, psychographed by our dear Francisco Candido Xavier, was Emmanuel is the spirit. Through the blessed mediumship of Francisco Candido Xavier, we have this together. And today's message is entitled Peace and Work. And all of us on this planet would like to have peace. Would like to have peace not only at our workplaces, but here work is more in the sense of labor or the service we have to provide with one another, the work we are doing to improve ourselves, our communities, one another, so on and so forth. So Emmanuel brings to us this chapter titled Peace and Work. And he starts by saying, in the circumstances of the world today, it is possible that you are playing an important role in some family drama. However, observe that you are not alone. Around you, other trials unfold, often with more painful characteristics than your own. So let's pause here. We have tribulations, but some of those tribulations, we don't go alone. We look around, we train our minds, our hearts, and our eyes to see the tribulations around us. Not to feel better or worse, but to know others also have their own trials. Some more painful, some less painful. And he's saying it is possible that we are playing the role in the drama and the tribulations. Let's see how we might be doing this so that we can revert that situation. He says, the tribulations of those who carry irreversible illnesses, right? We have illnesses, and there's illnesses we can revert, there are illnesses we manage, and there are illnesses that are irreversible, right? Reversible and irreversible. So if they're irreversible, they eventually can be fatal. Sometimes they can be chronic and manageable. Families involuntarily involved in issues of delinquency, right? Some spirits return and families are there and they get involved in the drama because there's delinquency. There is activity, there is criminal acts that are not in concordance with the good. Parents responsible for sick children whose reasoning gradually fades in institutions. So those are the ones back then when this book was written that would be taken to, today would have group homes. We may have mental health institutions that will house and care for people for a period of time until they're stabilized, like more long-term care as well. Children who have lost their parents to death and many times move from grief to hatred over trivial inheritance disputes. So there's children who are orphans from infancy. Others have their parents for a while, grieve over them, but then move to hatred, right? We tend to value what's physical, the money, the resources, the wealth, so on and so forth. More trials. Households challenged by violent processes of obsession. So this is unquestionable. Most of us are involved in some sort of obsessive process. Simple obsession all the way to obsessive processes that are strong and let people have these violent processes, right? Subjugation would be one of them. The tragedy of many friends who abandoned their faith and fell into suicide. About 40,000 people in the US take their lives every year. And there are 40 souls that are suffering in the spiritual realm that we need to help. They may have abandoned their faith. So when we know people at risk, and that's when we fuse care and love to them so they don't fall into that fate where divine providence will care for them later, right? Their spirits working with Mother Mary who care for the suicide. So you and I can pray for them. Unprotected women with small children in their arms. Tons of single mothers out there. Unprotected, being subjected to domestic violence and violence of all sorts. Chronic stress, that is lack of food, lack of safety, lack of housing, and you can name a bunch of different things. That has effects in the children, in the offspring, that will lead them to grow up in that stressful environment, the ACEs, right? The adverse effects in childhood. The countless groups of disoriented children who fall into rebellion and unhealthy habits, preparing for a troubled tomorrow. So if we have in our community all of these trials, illnesses, reversible or not, mental health challenges, delinquency, loss and grief, orphans, fights over inheritance, violent process of obsession, those who fall into suicide, direct or indirect suicide, unprotected women and children, and countless groups of disoriented children who fall into rebellion. So when we identify all of these, we need to understand we are all in this together. But there are points where we can come together as a society, as a community to help one another. What do we do? He says, if you find yourself as one link in the chain that shelters so many afflicted souls today, do not surrender to the luxury of discouragement. Work and serve always. Remember, the message is titled Peace and Work, Service. Work and serve always. It is necessary to learn to endure the trials of the world without losing our own stability. Yes, we are in tribulations. We are in difficult times. There are wars, there's famine, there is natural disasters. All of these are happening around us. And this time is when we learn to not lose our stability. We know, but then we do what we can. Today you can feed the homeless. You can help your children and the children of your family members who may be getting into delinquency or having mental health issues, right? There's things you and I can do within our circle of influence that are for it now. God did not put you there to solve the war. God put you here so you can actualize here. The work and the service today gives you the peace that we're looking for. He says, cry, but build what is best within your reach. Suffer, but move forward on the path. Do not stop along the way to lament the past or nourish conquered resentment. So we live, we forgive, and we move on. There's more to do. There's more to help, so on and so forth. We are all part of a vast legion of workers in the name of Christ, with the duty to cooperate unceasingly so that harmony and happiness may rise on earth for the benefit of all creatures. Remember, without charity, there's no salvation. We have the duty to cooperate, but not just cooperate, to cooperate unceasingly, meaning all the time. There's no tiredness, there's no excuse, we're not here on Earth for vacations. Some of us are treating Earth as an endless number of vacation days. We're just here to enjoy, experience. We're here to serve, friends. In your community today, there's people you can serve. So we just have to train our eyes to see, yes, I have trials, they have trials, how can I help them? And research already shows that those who volunteer and serve are healthier, have better health outcomes than those who don't. So service is selfish in a sense. If you serve others, you improve your health. Still within the broader context of duties, sometimes sacrificial, to which we are called, it is essential to understand that you can and must achieve your own peace, so that your peace depends exclusively on you. So you work to obtain your peace. How? Meditation, exercise, nutrition, mental health care, and health care. Those are physical, meditation, spiritual. Spiritual life, meditation, service, they'll help you nourish your soul by being in touch with other humans, with animals, with the earth, with nature that needs us. Our peace depends on us, and we construct the peace by being useful. When we're not useful, we're like water that it becomes stagnant, grows microbes, and is not suitable for drinking anymore. So we need to be the river that flows. We move forward, we cry, something happened, what we do what is best within our reach. We suffer, but we move forward. We do not stop to lament. We just move on. Do the next thing. Do the next thing. With kindness, with compassion, with awareness that today we are here to serve. God granted us the opportunity to be on the earth to serve. And if we know of Spiritism, when our motto is that without charity there's no salvation, there is in no way you and I can say we didn't know. So today, dear friends, we invite you to service. And today we serve one another by sharing, liking, commenting so others can reach it. Please be a part of this community. Please study, come join us, come visit us in Richmond. Go visit your Spiritist Center if you're watching me from far away. It's always a blessing to have you in our community. May you stay well, may you stay safe. God willing, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.